Hi yogis, thank you so much for joining me again for another class. Today we're going to do a yoga sequence for back strengthening. So go ahead and meet me on your mat in child's pose. Sink back down to your hips, stretching your fingertips out forward. Really feeling this nice stretch in your hips. Really starting to bring awareness to your breath. Notice how your natural breath is a little bit more shallow. Start to bring some depth to it. Make your inhales longer and your exhales longer. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. Here we're going to do a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, gaze goes up towards the ceiling. Sink the belly down. Exhale, arch the back, really suck in your stomach. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more rounds on your own breath. The next inhale brings you to neutral spine. Keeping your hips over your knees here, walk your arms out and sink your chest down towards the mat. This is puppy pose. You could bring your forehead down to the mat or your chin, whichever is more comfortable for you. Really feeling that stretch in the shoulders and the upper back. Inhale brings you back to tabletop. Walk your arms back underneath your shoulders. Here we're just going to wag the tail back and forth. Really trying to warm up the spine here. Kind of wiggle it out. Get a little goofy with this. Make sure your stomach is in. Plant the hands down in the forearms and go ahead and lower your body down towards the mat. Here we're going to pull the chest through your arms into Sphinx pose. Really think about pulling your shoulders back as well as pulling your chest forward. Gaze can go up towards the ceiling if that feels good. If not, you can keep your gaze straight forward. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. Plant that left hand down. We're going to inhale, rise the right hand up towards the ceiling. Couple breaths here. If you're tight in your shoulders like I am, this might be a little bit harder. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle. Bring your right arm through your left arm here. And lower your right shoulder onto the mat. You can tent your left fingers up and keep your left arm up like this at a 90-degree angle. Or you can walk your left fingertips forward so they're straight out in front of you. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can bind your left arm around your back. Really think about peeling that left shoulder up towards the sky. Inhale, release the bind if you're there. Plant your left hand on the mat. Bring your right arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it back down to the mat. Inhale your left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle. Plant the left shoulder onto the mat. Again, you can tense your right fingertips here, keeping your arm at a 90-degree angle. You can walk your arms forward, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can bind your right arm behind your back. Trying to peel that shoulder up towards the ceiling. Exhale the hand to the mat. And inhale the left arm up towards the sky. One more breath. Exhale the arm down to the mat. Flip your toes and push back to down dog. Since this is your first down dog of the day, go ahead and pedal out the feet, bending your right knee, bending your left knee, alternating. Think about flattening the back here, pushing back, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Thinking about having a tiny little arch in the lower back, just to get your back flat here. It's okay if your heels don't meet the floor yet. If they don't, have a little micro bend in your knees. The next inhale, bring your right leg forward, place it between your two fingertips. Lower that left knee down to the mat and inhale your arms overhead to low lunge. Cactus your arms out and really arching your back up towards the ceiling, opening your heart here. Really feeling that in the upper body. Inhale, arms back overhead. Plant it on the mat. Step your right foot back and slowly lower down chaturanga, hugging the arms in towards the body. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, step the left leg in between your fingertips. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, arms overhead. Again, cactus the arms here, really getting that extension in your heart opening. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Your arms are active here. Inhale, arms overhead. Plant the fingertips on the mat and step back into high plank. Again, chaturanga. Slowly lower down. Inhale to up dog. And exhale back to down dog. Inhale up onto your toes, bend your knees, hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, hands on your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows here and just swing it out in ragdoll. Really feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands overhead. Gaze goes up towards your fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead, sink down into your chair pose. Bring your arms out in airplane. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling. Still sinking down into that chair pose. This time, interlace your fingertips. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Your arms away from your seat. Really feeling that stretch. Exhale, fold, keeping your arms together. Let them just fall overhead. Exhale, release the arms to the mat. Step back into high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant that right foot in between your fingertips. Spin the right foot back at a 45-degree angle and rise up to warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Make sure you have a heel to arch alignment. Arms spreading in opposite directions. Gaze goes over the front fingertips. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand goes on the back leg. Right arm goes up towards the sky. On the next exhale, plant the right arm on the right leg here and left arm goes up towards the sky. Gaze goes up towards the fingertips. Inhale back to warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step back into high plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky. Knee to nose. Plant the left foot in between the fingertips. Spin the back foot down at a 45-degree angle and inhale to warrior one. Really sinking into that front leg here. Trying to get your hips in one line. Exhale brings you to warrior two. Again, heel to arch alignment here. Hips are facing the side of the mat. Arms are reaching out in opposite direction. Gaze goes over the front fingertips. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, left hand comes down, left arm comes down to the left leg. Right fingertips up towards the sky, extended side angle. Inhale back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat and step back into high plank. Chaturanga here or meet back in downward dog. Step the left foot forward, and we're gonna walk our hands to the side of the mat here. Feet are parallel, facing the side of the mat. Hands come to your hips and inhale, rise all the way up. Arms overhead. Cactus your arms here again. And bring your arms back and clasp your hands together again. Pulling your shoulder blades together, opening your heart, bringing your hands away from your seat. And exhale, forward fold. Letting the arms come overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat. Keep your left hand where it is and inhale the right arm overhead. If you'd like to make this a little more challenging, bend your right arm and bind it behind your back. Exhale, release the hand back on the floor. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Again, if you would like a challenge, bend your left arm behind your back. Exhale, release the arms to the mat. Halfway lift, flat back, and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway again. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Now you're in lunge. Keeping your right arm or your right hand planted, lift your left arm up towards the sky. Extended, twisting lunge here. Exhale the hand to the mat. Step your left foot back and step your right foot in between your hands. Keeping your left hand planted, inhale the right arm towards the sky. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Step your right foot back into high plank. Exhale, hugging the arms and slowly lower down. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, rise up on the toes, bend your knees, hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up to chair. Airplane your arms back. Still sinking into that chair. Go ahead and interlace your fingers, pulling your shoulders down, opening up the chest here. Exhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead, hands to heart center. Hands come to your hips. Step your right foot back about halfway, keeping your hips square with the front of the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. On the exhale, bring it halfway down. We're not going all the way down towards the mat just yet. Inhale, back up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, back up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, up. Exhale, all the way down. If you need to bend your front knee here, that's okay. On each inhale, think about lengthening. On each exhale, sinking into that stretch. Inhale, hands to hips, rise all the way up. Step the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands to the hips. Step the left foot back halfway. Arms overhead. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale all the way up. Exhale halfway. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Each inhale, think about lengthening. Exhale, sinking into the stretch. Make sure the right hip is not back. We're squaring the hips off here. Think about pulling the left hip forward and pushing the right hip back to get them in one line. Inhale, hands to hips, rise all the way up. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Slowly lower down to the mat on your belly. Hands go back, arms go back long. Palms on the ground. We're going to inhale, peel everything up off the mat. Chest, arms, legs, locust pose. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling. Think about really engaging your glutes and your legs here. Toes are pointed. Exhale, release. Left ear on the mat, look towards the right. One more time, peel everything off the mat, locust pose. Exhale, release. Right ear down to the mat, looking left. Plant the hands under your shoulders here. We're just going to peel the chest up into cobra pose. On the inhale, peel it up. Gaze goes up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Left ear to the mat. One more time. Inhale, peeling the upper body off the mat. Gaze goes up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Right ear to the mat. Flip the toes and push back to down dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Bring your knee right behind the right wrist. Half pigeon. Inhale, gaze up towards the sky. You can always stay here, or you can release all the way down to the mat. Whatever is more comfortable for you. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, rise back up. Plant the hands and step the right leg back. And then plant the foot on the floor. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, bring your your left knee behind your left wrist. Half pigeon. Inhale, gaze goes up towards the ceiling. You can always stay here, or you could sink down to the mat. Inhale, come back up. Roll onto your side and spin your right leg around. We're going to keep the left knee bent and place your right ankle on the outside of your left knee. This is half Lord of the Fishes. Plant your right hand behind your back. Inhale your left arm up. Bring your elbow to the outside of your knee here. Really twist. On each inhale, think about lengthening. And on each exhale, twisting. Exhale, release. Switch legs. Bend the right knee and bring your left ankle over your right knee. Left hand comes behind your back. Inhale the right arm up. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. And really twist. Inhale, think about extending. Exhale, twisting. Exhale, release. Go ahead and sink all the way back down on your mat. Keeping your knees bent, bring your heels closer to your seat here. Hands on the mat, we're going to lift our pelvis up towards the ceiling into bridge pose. Interlace the fingers together underneath your seat. Pulling the shoulders down and the pelvis up. If you feel your pelvis sinking down, really push it up towards the ceiling. Be holding it here for a few more breaths. Go ahead and release all the way down to the mat. Extend your left leg long and bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a nice big hug. Take your left hand on the outside of your right knee and pull it over to the left side. Right arms extend. Gaze goes over the right fingertips. This is a nice supine twist. Inhale, bring your right knee up. Give it another big hug. Extend the right leg long and bring in your left knee to your chest. Give your left knee a big hug. Place the right hand on the outside of the left knee and bring it over to the right side. Extend the left arm out towards your left side. Gaze goes over your left fingertips. Inhale your left knee up. Give it another big hug. Bring your right knee in to join the left knee. Give both knees a big hug. Place your hands on the outside of the feet and bring both knees around on the outside of your rib cage. Happy baby. You can stay right here or you can rock it out. Whatever feels most comfortable to you. This should be a yummy stretch in your hips. Bring your knees into your chest again. Give it a big hug. Release your legs. Bring your feet together, letting your knees fall out to the outside. Arms down, palms go up towards the sky. Feeling that stretch in your hips. If this is too much for you, you can always get out of this stretch and extend your legs long. If you feel comfortable here, you can just stay in this pose. This can be your final Shavasana. If it's not comfortable for you, go ahead and extend your legs long towards the outsides of your mat. Toes flap open. Just really sink into your mat. Slowly bring awareness to your toes, your fingertips. Wiggle them around. And when you're ready, roll onto your right side to fetal position. Go ahead and just take a couple breaths here. And when you're ready, rise up to a nice, easy seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Hands can come to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much again for practicing with me. Let me know what you think. Comment below, like, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. I definitely appreciate you guys checking out my videos. So have a great day. Namaste.